Alright guys, welcome back to the off-grid tiny house. At the house here again. Trying out the sprouts. It's my 6th day. And as you remember, I put a tiny teaspoon of seeds in this jar. And look at it now. So this stuff is really easy to grow. And great for survival and regular day-to-day. Because it doesn't need any light. So how I made the container is just basically a glass jar, 1 liter from the dollar store, and then I also got this drain screen from the dollar store, and it can drain out. I just had it just like this, upside down, and air can still get in there, and water can get out. So I'm going to make a little recipe up here, but first I'm going to transfer this into this pot over here. Just over into this pot. And we're going to wash off all the husks of the seeds. So I'll be right back. So I'm basically just washing the sprouts in some water. And probably going to pull off the little husks that are left. Oh, I got 2 sprouted out of that seed there. I just squeeze them and they pop. It's going to be super nutritious. They all kind of grow together around each other, but that's no big deal. I'm just going to pull them apart, spread them out a bit in the dish. Way easier than growing actual plants in the garden, because you don't have to wait months for your food. So, as you can see, I'll pull the husk out. So, see you got the root and the sprout. So I'm just basically removing the leftover shell, and once I do that I will return. Once I get all the sprouts done, I'll return and keep going. So we'll see in a bit. Alright guys, I'll show you what I'm doing in the bowl here. Here's a sprout. You can see the head where it's starting to get its leaves. You can see the shell near the root, and all I do is grab the shell and just break it off like so, throw it in the dish, and then this is going, I got quite a pile of sprouts here, so I'm just loading up. And I'll show you another one if I can find one. Let's see, here's another one here. There's another procedure I do, and it's when the shell is covering the leaves of the plant. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one will work. So see, the shell is covering the leaf there. So all I do is take my fingers and pull, and there's the leaves and there's the shell. So that can go back in the dish, and I'm just going to continue on. This has taken a little bit of time to do, about 20 minutes or so. But when I'm eating it, it will be better. So I just give this a little. Well, that one doesn't want to come yet, but that one's done. And I'm getting a nice plate of sprouts here. And then I'll go on to my recipe and continue and show you what I'm doing. Cooking healthy at the off-grid tiny house. Not in the off-grid tiny house yet. I've been kind of working on what I'm going to do about the roof situation. How to capture the water. And all that good stuff. So you'll be seeing that in the coming videos. And yeah, so far so good with the sprouts. Pretty simple to do. Improved my green thumb quite a bit. So that's pretty much all the sprouts I want to take out of here. And I'm going to move on to the next step, guys. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, we're back. So I got the plate of sprouts done over here. I have the induction cooker on behind me. You can probably hear it. We're going to have some healthy ramen noodles tonight. Most of you know that these aren't healthy, but they're really good, cheap food, prepping food, you can put away easily. So I'm going to take the block of noodles out, try not to make a mess, and I did. Alright, I'm going to go throw this on the pot, in the water, and I'm going to boil it up and pick up all these noodles I dropped, because that's just a mess. And one thing you never want to use when eating ramen noodles is the packet they give you, the flavoring. Mostly because it's pretty much a bunch of chemical garbage that you don't want. So I would just toss it, and I make my own because it's full of MSG and all kinds of garbage, so that just goes in the garbage. And then to go with the ramen, I'm going to mix in the healthy sprouts that I just grew. 6 days. But first I'm going to make my own sauce, so we'll get over to that and we'll get started. So I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm going to make a sauce for the ramen and sprouts. So I'm going to start with honey as the base, if I can open the jar. Raw honey. I'll have to mix that with a fork and get it moving here. It's thickening up quite a bit. I'm going to add a bunch to it. So let's start with some paprika. I'm just doing this on the fly with whatever seasonings I got. How about some curry? And basically I'm just going to mash it up and make a nice little mixture here. A little garlic powder. I'll add the, well, I guess I can add them now. No, I'll add these after. I just want the flavored stuff. We got some hemp seed. Mix all this in together. Thought the honey was going to be a little more liquidy-er. A little turmeric. Or turmeric, whatever you guys like to call it out there. And then we got some flax left over, barely a little bit. Ground flaxseed. Some psyllium, brown psyllium fiber, and I'll add that other stuff in a minute. Hot sauce, habanero sauce for flavor. You can do any kind of way you want to make this, make your sauce. This is just what I got here. I like a little bite to my noodles. Kind of like a stir fry. You can add some, you could actually make it a stir fry, cook it on a frying pan with some veggies. So what I'm going to do, just mix this all together with a fork. make a nice little topping sauce here. The hot sauce will kind of liquefy the honey a bit because of the heat into a sauce. And actually now I can probably add, yeah, I'll add the other stuff to it now that that's mixed in. That turned out pretty good actually. So I'll add, I got parsley, oregano, all kinds of stuff I'm gonna add. Cilantro. I don't know what order these are in, so forgive me if you notice that, hey, that's not the right stuff. Oregano, parsley, cilantro. I think that's all I have actually. I need to get some basil. Yeah, I think that's it, so I'll stir that in. And this is kind of like a hot, sweet, but not too hot because of the honey. And it's got some good stuff in it. So I'm going to go drain the water because the ramen has cooked. And then we're going to mix it all together and try it out. So alright guys, I got my strainer here, strained off the ramen. It's a good idea to strain it really well, get rid of all the water. I'm going to go wash this quickly and then I'll be back. Then we'll mix everything together and add the sauce. Alrighty, so I gotta carefully mix this stuff up with the sprouts. Kind of like tossing a salad, I would think. Get all the sprouts evenly into the dish. Okay, now I'm going to add the sauce, homemade sauce we made here. And then I will definitely toss this again to get that sauce mixed all in. I didn't make too much of a sauce. Nothing much left there. So we'll have to mix all this together. Pull the fork out and mix all this. I probably should have made more sauce, but whatever. You can always add hot sauce, and I probably will. I got enough habanero sauce in there though. I'm gonna grab a bottle of hot sauce just for color. So I'll be right back. Actually, let me just get as much off this spoon as I can first. It sticks really well because of the honey. But let me go grab that hot sauce. Be right back. Alright, so some of you might recognize this. This is sriracha hot sauce. It's got the rooster on the bottle. I only got a little bit left. So I'm going to use it up. I'm just going to... it adds color and a lot of heat. But mostly I want it for the color. I could have added some cayenne pepper to my mix, but whatever. This should be enough. And I'll mix this all together. Kind of spread it out. This will be like a spicy Thai dish you'd probably find somewhere, but healthy. So everything's pretty much organic except for some of the seasonings, and I have no clue about the ramen. I highly doubt that would be organic. I've never even heard of organic ramen, but whatever. This is pretty healthy anyway. All the seeds and sprouts organic, and I actually only used filtered water that has no fluoride in it, and no glyphosate, aka Roundup, which is leached into the water supply for most of our drinking water. Thank you, Monsanto, for killing everybody. So, and they're not the only one. Dow Chemical and all the good boys. So, that's pretty much done. Time to eat, guys. I'll let you know in the comments how it was. Cooking with the off-grid tiny house. That's it for now.